G'day and welcome to Just One More Watch, and to all my viewers who don't live here in Oz, welcome to Australia. Great southern land, my adopted nation, land of the kangaroo, land of the koala, land of the duck-billed platypus and the echidna, land of Sydney Harbour Bridge and Sydney Opera House. And now finally the land of Amazon.com.au. Yes, that's right, Australia. We may be 12 hours ahead of the USA, but in a lot of senses we've been about 12 years behind until just before Christmas, when Amazon finally launched its own dedicated Australian website. And to celebrate this momentous occasion, I was approached by a brand called Comtex to review one of the pieces that they sell on Amazon.com.au. So here it is, a nice little 40mm dress watch with sapphire crystal and a Miyota 8215. Let's flip the camera and see what all the fuss is about. Okay, so there is the watch on Amazon Australia, priced at 189 Australian dollars. I must say I've been sitting on this one for a month or so. When I got it in, I could swear it was 140 Aussie dollars. Anyway, there it is, also available for on Amazon.com at $129. So you can kind of pick your price point today depending where in the world you live. So I must say, very nicely packaged. Plain outer, all in white, comes with a little Eiffel Tower there on the baggie. Baggie comes with also a nice comprehensive instruction manual and this very nice little inner box, and there is the watch. So all the usual good stuff today: loom shot, movement accuracy report, which by the way is pretty fantastic from the Miyota, wrist shot, and then some dimensions and specifications and so on. Let's get on with it. So what I would call classic dress watch dimensions. A lot of these kind of contemporary pieces tend to be around a similar set. 40mm in diameter, 20mm lug width, tapering down to 18mm at the end of the leather strap. We've got a thickness of just over 11mm thick, weighing in on the leather strap supplied at 63 grams, so a pretty lightweight thing on the wrist. Zoomed in on the dial, and it's all pretty simple today. We've got a painted logo, just a printed logo just under the 12 there with automatic above the 6. Everything else is applied. We've got applied Romans at 12, 3, 6 and 9, and just baton indices for the rest of the hour markers. No minute track as such today. Nice little gold frame around the day date window. So I misspoke, it's not quite an 8215, it's the day date derivative version of this Miyota. Now the hands today, kind of elegant swords with a little needle second hand. There's a little bevel in the middle. They've got a bit of texture. They've also got a bit of loom. I'll pop up the loom shot early today. Yeah, pretty much what you'd expect from this type of dressy piece. Lasts a couple of hours, but don't be relying on it all night long. It's not really that type of watch, really, is it? Dead flat sapphire crystal on the dial today as well. So two-tone, as mentioned, looks like it's a kind of three-piece construction they've used here today. We've got a 316L stainless steel mid case. We've got a PVD gold top to this one containing the sapphire, and it's a screw-down case back in stainless steel there as well, with the Miyota 8000 derivative in the back. I'll pop up the accuracy report, and you really can't argue with that one, can you? And the stated tolerances for the Miyotas are -20 to +40. They normally run a little bit fast, but this one seems to be a good one. Can't complain about those figures. Now they call this an anti-allergic leather strap. I assume that means you'll be fine if you're allergic to leather, because it feels a bit plasticky to me. It's got that kind of plasticky tone to the underside as well, but not too bad all in all. At least it looks pretty decent. Should last the course as well. And we've got a proper laser etched Comtex logo there on the buckle and tang too, which is nice, and it matches. So there it is sitting on my 7-inch wrist. 40mm, 11mm thick, looks pretty good. Only 45mm lug to lug, so wears well. Wears just as one of these little watches should. The strap, as mentioned, not the most compliant and supple piece of dead cow that I've come across recently, but should wear well. So what do I think of the Comtex overall then? Well, I'm struggling to feign some enthusiasm for this one, to be perfectly honest. I mean, even the name Comtex sounds more like a photocopier or a fax machine than a watch brand, at least as far as I'm concerned. And I've seen these specs before, you know, sapphire crystal, Miyota 8000, 40mm pot case, and a kind of leather strap that may or may not have once been part of a cow. But I've seen these specs at a much better price point than the 130 US, 189 Aussie dollars that this one goes for on the respective Amazons. So I'm afraid can't really recommend this Comtex. If you're going to buy China, then you may as well buy direct. This one I bought from Amazon Australia. It took nearly 2 weeks to get here, clearly shipped from Asia. My advice today, either go cheap and cheerful with a GEARBEST watch or buy a Seiko or a Citizen. This one kind of falls in between the two and doesn't really connect as a consequence. So there you have it, a sort of combined review of the Comtex and Amazon.com.au. Not really sure I'm convinced by either, to be honest. The Comtex is alright, but it's by no means the cheapest watch offering that set of specs that I've reviewed on the channel so far, and it clearly came from Asia anyway, so what's the point of ordering in Australia? Answers on a postcard, please. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.